And the second thing to really boost your marketing strategy is to make use of the micro influencers. Welcome to the Marketing Made Simple podcast, and today we'll talk about the power shift from the mainstream media to the social media influencers. But first, I'd like to ask you for a Christmas gift. So if you're not following yet and subscribe to my YouTube channel, please go there and subscribe to my channel, like the video that I'm posting right now, and comment something that will help me a lot in reaching more people like you and helping them with the content that I create here in my channel. So please go there right now and do it, and then let's go to the video. So the topic today is around the mainstream media and the shift a few years back to the social media influencers that we have nowadays. So I'll talk about the shift that happened a few years back, how is the world today, the fragmented influencers and the power of the audience, and also how you can leverage this world scenario nowadays to your marketing strategy to improve your performance and sales in today's world. So how was the world a few years back? We had a very concentrated media with a few players, very powerful, and with a sort of limited way of influencing people. So if you wanted to influence people, you would go to the radio, you would go to the main TV channels, you would go to the main newspapers, and so on. So the media world, the media environment was very concentrated and very expensive. So the power was in the mainstream media hands. So if you want to put your message out, if you want to reach out to a lot of people, if you want to influence people to buy your product, to create brand awareness to your brand, you would need to go to this limited list of media. So they used to do whatever they want. If they want to fire a reporter, if they want to fire an actor, if they want to change a player, in the case of a football team, for example, they could do it, they had the power to do it. And even charging as much as they could for their advertising space. So what has changed now? Now, with the power and growth of social media, the power shifted hands. So now, instead of having the power in a few mainstream media, we have now the power very fragmented in a lot of social media influencers that has the power of influencing people, sometimes more than the mainstream, the old mainstream media. And just to mention a few, we have the Kardashians, we have Cristiano Ronaldo, we have any famous actor that has a strong social media account. So now the power is all in their hands. So no matter if a TV channel, if a radio, they want to change, they want to use their influence to change behavior, they would need to reach out to one of these social media, today's world social media influencers, to do that. And just for you to have an idea on this world's reality, Cristiano Ronaldo makes more money with his Instagram account than his own salary playing for Juventus. So imagine the power he has to make any change. He brings the audience to the club to support the team. So he can bring a lot of money and a lot of influence to the team he's playing for. But together with the power of the social media influencers and the loss of power of the mainstream media and the big companies and the big clubs, comes together the power of the audience. Because Cristiano Ronaldo's or any social media influencer's power comes from his audience, from the world's audience. So before, you had just a few places to go if you're not satisfied with one of the media broadcasters. So if you don't like a TV channel, if you don't like a radio station, you had just a few options to go to. Nowadays, if they don't like one of the social media influencers, they have thousands of others to follow. Or if they disagree with any opinions they share in their social media platforms, they can just unfollow them and they can cancel, they can just eliminate a social media influencer in a few hours. So if you think about, we had a world with just a few mainstream media players, with all concentrating all the power in their hands to have their influencers, to have the audience and the influence that they wanted. Now we shifted to a fragmented influencer, social media influencer world with thousands of big and micro influencers that have their own audience, their own followers, and together with that, we have a transfer into the power from the mainstream to the audience. So now we have all the power to just eliminate or unfollow or switch to a new influencer. So now either the mainstream media or the new social media influencers, they can't do just what they want, what they think is the best for them. Because we as an audience, we have the power to just eliminate them and to share all this, to spread the word and eliminate any social media influencers in a few hours. So what does that mean for you as a marketing professional, and how you can leverage in today's world scenario to improve your marketing strategy? So there are two things that I would like to mention here for you to improve your marketing strategy using this new social media influencer world. That are reducing your media spend and also increasing your power, your reach in brand awareness, engagement, and ultimately sales. So the first thing, how you can reduce your media spend. Based on what I just said, you can easily reduce the spend on the mainstream media. Any TV commercial, any radio commercial, any newspaper ads that you do now, you can reduce this spend, because if you think about where people's attention is nowadays, if you are watching TV and the TV commercial starts, you don't keep looking at the commercials. You pick up your phone and start browsing. You go through your messages, you go on WhatsApp, you go to any of your social media. So people's attention is now on digital. So reducing your spend in the mainstream media and shifting your budget into a more performance-driven channels, you will easily increase your efficiency in your overall media spend. And the second thing to really boost your marketing strategy is to make use of the micro influencers. So you don't have to think only about the big influencers, the very expensive influencers, sometimes even more expensive than a TV commercial in one of these old mainstream media. Focus on your local market, on your niche, the niche of your product, of your service, where your target audience is, and you can easily find more than 10 micro influencers with more than 10,000 followers or with a high engagement on social media that you can easily reach out to them and create a partnership to promote your brand, your product, and your services. And with this strategy, you can easily reach more people in a better way instead of promoting and communicating your products, your service as a brand that people tend to not pay much attention to, and put your message into these influencers' accounts that can have a higher impact with higher engagement and also higher conversions for you and your business. And of course, for a very reasonable price compared to any of the mainstream or this big social media influencers. So that's it for today. I hope you had enjoyed the content. And please, if you didn't do in the beginning of the video, do it now. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment something here. If you still have any questions that I can help you with, please feel free to comment here, that I'll be more than happy to help you. And share with at least one person that you think it might benefit from this content. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas, and see you in my next podcast.